Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Leo and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his formal obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that we need, and the only correction that we give here at school is a tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Leo's going to come home with his very own training collar, and you'll be instructed on the proper way to use that during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, Leo is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Leo, heel.
Leo, heel.
At this point, Leo has a job to do, and that is to match pace with his trainer, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but walking evenly with your left leg. His shoulders should remain even with your left leg, and each time that you stop, he should sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So as you're walking down the street with your dog nicely at your left, when you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, he should be sitting quietly at your left without being told to wait for his next command. And the only correction if he gets out in front of you or is lagging behind you or not focusing is that little tug and let go that we talked about when we first started. Now the next exercise that Rich will demonstrate for you is the stay.
Stay.
The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. The long sit stay is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes, and when Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him, returning all the way back around to where they started, and all of your commands start and stop at heel position. And they're going to take off heeling again. And remember, with your stationary exercises, they should be practiced indoors as well as outdoors, and you should lengthen out your time as well as your distance when you're practicing with him at home. Nice automatic sits. You want him to stay focused on you, not what's going on around him. And Rich will leave him in another sit stay. And remember, those stay commands have to be enforced and lengthened. When Rich returns, this time Rich is going to call him, I'm sorry. He's going to use his name. This is the recall command. And he should come right in front of you and sit facing your knees, and then go back to heel position and back sitting. Very nicely done. Those come commands are important because you don't want the dog to come in and jump all over you. You want him to come and sit nicely in front of you. And that eliminates that jumping up thing that's really, really, really a problem for him.
No, sit.
Now he didn't sit right away, so you heard Rich say no.
Stay.
He gave that little correction with his left hand. Remember, you use his name, you encourage him, but not over the top, and he should come right in front and sit facing your knees. You don't want him jumping up in your face. You don't want him putting his paws on your shoulders. That's not acceptable.
Leo, heel.
And now we're going to be setting up for your down commands, which are also very important commands to have. The first down command that we're going to demonstrate for you is a down from a heel position.
Down.
So with the dog seated at your left, you use your left open palm straight down toward the ground on the one-word firm command to down. The long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 to 5 minutes. You can practice right in your living room. Don't make it drudgery. Practice right indoors. When Rich returns back to him, he should remain lying there until he gets the next command, and Rich is going to heel him out of that, and we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time for you. You have to remember you're dealing with a teenage boy here, so he can be fresh and he can test. That's your down from a heel. Rich will call him out of that exercise. If you notice, he moderates his tone because you don't want to amp him up, because then you have to settle him back down. Now the next exercise that we're going to set up for is your down from a distance. This is probably one of the harder commands to teach and to enforce because the dog's not next to you. So it's a little bit more difficult to correct him if he doesn't do it properly. You have your dog seated, and always have him seated before you put him into a down.
Down.
And that's Leo doing it, but being fresh about it. Very nicely done.
Stay.
Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your sit stay, your down stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with him at home. Rich will answer any questions that you have about his general house manners and skills and how to continue forward from here. We've enjoyed having him, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.